Yeah, most of this burned down in the fire. This was a building that was here, burned down. We lost a lot of things. You know, the fire kind of took out half of the garden, but we had to go through all the process of removing everything and scraping everything. So right now we're doing remediation here. We have oyster mushroom mycelium underneath that straw. Along this north edge here is where we found most of the higher levels of toxicity. So we're doing a Google trench and then a waffle. And then we planted the phytoremediation plants in between there, which is what you see on that far end. We planted that first, and that's where that volunteer day ended. So the rest of the stuff will come in. They're like 3 weeks behind. So, and you know, we're starting to see. We'll go look at it, but we're starting to see some of the local white rot, and then you also see some of the mycorrhizal forming there, which is what we wanted, and why those things are there. And then the oysters are going to be all along this area underneath the straw here, and then you know we still have quite a ways to go, and maybe that's something that you guys can participate in, because we got to get that stuff done as soon as we can. But I imagine that as we go over time, you know, mycelium doesn't really like the weather we're in right now. It's too hot, so that's why we're putting as much straw on as we can to try to insulate it from the heat and the UV. I don't imagine, I'm hoping that a lot of it will survive, some of it might not, but I'm just kind of re-implementing as I go, and even throughout the new year, depending on testing, I'll just keep re-implementing because we're trying to get as much as we can. But we can walk down and take a look at it. These trees here are part of, these were all sitting at the Waldorf. They are trees that they have to cut down. Unfortunately, a lot of, I don't know who's to blame, but a lot of trees are getting cut down.
Same in Palisades. Same stuff.
I think a lot of the architects and builders just like things out of their way, and they don't really understand the importance of these trees. These trees are about 80 plus years old, so they've been here a long time and they've seen a lot of things, and it's heartbreaking, but it's good to save them because otherwise they're going to end up in a landfill for whatever reason. We have that. So these are going to be milled here, and they're going to be our block boards. So instead of going to Home Depot and spending a bunch of money on crappy wood, we're going to cut the trees that were from our neighborhood into our plot boards, and hopefully they'll last a long time. So we're very excited.